Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going through a consignment I just did, kind of going through the good, the bad, the prices, everything that I did with Z&G Emporium. I appreciate you guys, your service that you're doing. Greatly appreciate it, honestly. But today, we're going to get into the numbers. But first, they did like a video opening my box of cards, so I'm going to go through that first. And then we're going to jump into the spreadsheet. So basically, I consigned roughly 200 cards. The first 160 have sold because there was some duplicates. So the spreadsheet is based on that first batch of cards. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. I'm going to fast forward to where my cards get opened because I believe
video two.
They are opening multiple boxes here.
Here we are. Next day, right, Kim?
It's been a while.
You've
Let's
only
see
done.
here.
Well,
That-
I'm a slower.
Oh, you
Yeah,
gotta hit the like button.
Okay.
God, you're losing money.
All right, let's see this one. This one is.
Been saving myself for this. Definitely not my bubble wrap.
Let's see what we got. Looks like we got a little modern.
All right,
Now.
here we go.
Is it modern GXs or is it
This is going to be quality TV.
Rocket Pack?
Yeah.
So
Probably a play.
If you have a full storage unit,
This is
space
my
that
box.
You can fill with product
Let's
that
go.
won't move very quickly.
Yeah.
It's a play.
luckily, only one card broke in this entire box of 200-ish slabs.
It's a play. Or just auction them.
So this is Dagreenshiz.
This is Dagreenshiz.
Dagreenshiz.
Yep.
Ooh,
He's got
ooh, ooh.
a huge box
Still
here.
alive. Still alive.
He's
Still alive.
kicking. He's
Still
got
alive,
The
kicking.
Mar Hamlin situation in the pokey sphere.
so many. Oh my! So many cards. Some VGS. Some. What is this?
SGC.
SGC.
Literally everything. BGS, SGC, CGC, PSA. I sent them all. And just to recap, these are cards I've had for a long time. They had either sat on my eBay for a while. They just were cards I wasn't able to move. Being full-time, didn't really have time to auction myself. Doing these types of listings it's a pain. Not all these cards were listed on my eBay by any means.
He's got BGS. He's got
Got 'em all.
PSA.
This is great video quality. 10 out of 10.
To look at. Sorry guys, you can't really. I should probably.
Yeah.
I should probably make it a little more.
I can hold it.
There we go.
There you go.
Just don't show these.
Docs everyone.
I got some Chrome 10, and then a 6. You know.
Got
all right.
the variety.
Those in the
You got it all
PSA.
there.
And then look at all these. Holy.
That's a lot of CGC.
Did he peel a complete sheet?
And then
I
send
think-
it to CGC.
I think he don't say it like that.
Oh,
You know about our
sorry.
customers. You know?
Jeez, just come at me, bro. Yes, I sent some to CGC. So basically what I did, I had probably 300-ish vending series cards. And I sent the worst quality ones to CGC just to see how they would grade vending series. I sent all the minty ones to PSA. So I don't know how many, maybe 25 cards are in this from vending series, but basically I was testing the waters at CGC to see how they were grading these non-hollow cards.
You mean and send it to CGC?
And he sent it to CGC too.
Yeah.
It's like some 9s. So there you
What a great idea.
go. 9-5 Sabrina's Gaze. Challenge
Solid.
from the Darkness.
Yeah, Challenge from the Darkness. That's what we're gonna start listing Gym 2 as.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Instead of just
How
Gym
long
2
is this
Japanese.
portion? This
Yeah.
might be a while, so we might not watch this whole
Some
thing.
reverse expedition cards.
Those are my babies.
Holy. Some more reverse expedition cards.
More of my babies.
Is this
With subgrades.
Oh man, this is probably from a while ago. He's still paying for subgrades.
Oh yeah, that's true. These aren't those.
Extremely
Wait, there's no.
expensive
These
now?
have to be from a long time ago
Yeah.
because
It
there's
was
no
from a
way he's
long
paying
time
for
ago.
subgrades now. Isn't it like $15
Yeah.
for subgrades?
These are
Yeah, these were from a year and a half, 2 years ago. Huge collection I purchased. Huge.
These are definitely things that have been sitting and not selling.
You can search $100,000 collection in my videos and you'll find it.
Because
959 tails.
that's how it seemed when he was explaining it in his video.
Yeah. Why does...
What is going on here?
I just can't... What I was looking at was kind of confusing me. I guess they put a little
Look at that guy's biceps. Dude is ripped.
stamp now on that. You see that? See there's no stamp on that before?
All right, here's how to authenticate
that?
CDC slabs, I guess. Oh,
You see what I'm talking about?
yeah.
He's carrying all of Cam's weight.
Yeah, there's like a little...
There's nothing
yeah,
on these.
that's an old label.
This is an old label?
No, I'm guessing that one is new. I'm guessing the one without this...
No.
RIP subgrades, bro. RIP.
With it is new.
So expensive.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that he just recently paid $15 per subgrade.
Yeah.
This would have been a huge, huge L.
It's true. I forgot about that.
How'd you get all this?
Yeah, how'd you get all these mint? These are all,
It was the inside of that binder set I purchased. It was literally like 3 full Expedition reverse sets.
it's not like
It was insane.
sevens. Rainbow energy.
Fall off a truck?
Yeah.
Did you
let's
get
just do some.
Dr. Applesauce's supplier?
Oh, 9.5. Corners 10.
Not bad.
Oh.
Woof.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Well,
There it is.
Avert your
You saw
eyes.
that, yeah.
Avert your eyes.
yeah. Well, we'll let them know. The stuff like
That's it. The Kogus Breed Drill. RIP to you.
this does happen. We have to list it as the cracked, but
Actually, don't think that one got paid for.
I'll set that up top just so we know.
Going through the
Let's get
spreadsheet
this
I
out
made.
of the way.
Anyways, gives you a general idea. Bunch of CGC. There is some German first edition base in there, and we'll get into that spreadsheet now. Actually, kind of go over this. So let me share the spreadsheet. Got this bad boy up on the screen, and just put myself here in the middle for a second. So just to explain kind of what I got going on. So I have a general inventory spreadsheet, and that's kind of what you're looking at, but I have added some columns. So my general inventory spreadsheet lists the Pokemon name, the set it's in, first edition or unlimited, the grading company, the grade, my estimated price, and then what would be the final sale price on eBay, but in this case, through Z&G Emporium. And then these additional columns are me doing the math of what pretty much the consignment fee is through them on eBay. They do charge 13.9%, and then an additional $5 per card if the card sells under $100. Then I have another column here. Column L is my payout. So this is how much money I'm receiving after all the fees. And then this is the total percent I paid to consign this card. This is a very interesting thing to look at, and I have it totaled down in the bottom how much percentage I ended up paying for everything. So we will go through that. First, I'm going to go through some highlights, some lowlights. But as you can see, just the first line item, I ended up, there is only a 13.9% fee, and I'll show a really good example of all of this, but there's only a 13.9% fee, but the card sub $50, this $5 added on ends up slapping you pretty hard. So 13.9% straight up, no problem. My payout's $30 because you minus the $5 additional. So you ended up walking away paying 26% for this $35 card or $41 card it sold for. And again, my estimated prices, these are pretty old, and I was way too lazy to go through and kind of update them. So as you can see, a lot of these are really far off of what I would even consider being a logical price. But some of them actually still sold around those. So those are some of the ones I had highlighted. So real quick, I do want to show the example first and foremost. So let me slide on over here. So this quick example here on the left. So, all right, card sells for $45. This is just an example, round numbers to make it simple. Card sells for $45. That includes the $5 that they charge for shipping. So the seller pays $45 to the house, no problem. Me, as the consignee, I get 86.1% of the total sale after the house takes their $5 shipping. Keep up, keep up. So we now have $34.44 in my pocket after the house fee and the shipping is removed. Now I'm going to subtract the $5 for the additional fee because this was under a $100 sale, no problem. That's the $5 house fee. And then I'm left with $29.44. 65% of what was paid to the house initially for this item. So it technically looks like a 35% consignment rate for this one card, but there's the $5 shipping. It depends how you want to look at it. But basically, the $45 that, and I'm going to show examples of with and without the $5 shipping here at the end of the grand totals, because it is kind of weird the way you can look at it. So, but yeah, basically the $45 item, technically $40 was the hammer price plus $5 shipping. I'm walking away with $29.44. That's the story. So just to show a couple of highlights here, let's move my giant dome over here a little bit further to the left again, and maybe a little bit higher. So the first one right off the rip, this is a German first edition Charizard. This thing was a freaking beauty. This one I bought off Heritage for $900. So that was a CGC, or it was like $850 all in, I think. CGC 8.5, cracked it, regraded it, got a CGC 9. It did that with a bunch of these German cards, and it ended up doing pretty well, actually. Crossed to some to PSA, so this was a pretty good turnaround. I sat on that one. That thing was on eBay forever, and it just, I don't know, it seems like there's tons and tons of German first edition Charizards out there. Bayleaf, though, this Expedition Reverse Bayleaf, man, this was one of the sadder Expedition Reverse cards I sold. This ended up selling for $10.50. I had a price of $70. This is high, but I definitely wouldn't have sold it below $50 on Buy It Now, because like I said, I had a bunch of these Expedition Reverses listed. This one I got absolutely slammed on. So total consignment for this card, because it was only $10, my consignment rate was 61.5%. $10 sale price plus the 13.9%, and then $5 off from a $10 sale, get wrecked. So moral of the story is I would not be consigning cards that honestly are sub $50 or sub maybe $40, $30, whatever that number is for you. Just to take an example, here is a card that sold for $40. A $40 card is coming out to like a 26% consignment rate. $20 cards coming out to a 38% consignment rate. That $5, as you get lower and lower into the price, the sale price, this $5 just multiplies. It is just compounding on your actual rate. Here's another example. This was a Dragonite Reverse in an SGC 9.5 slab, sold for $152. So what I did with a handful of these CGC 9 slabs in Expedition, I thought they were undergraded, cracked a bunch of them, sent them all to SGC, and SGC was generous, giving a bunch of 9.5s and a couple 10s. Actually had I believe, I don't know if I highlighted it, but there's a Tyranitar SGC 10 I sold. That was, I think, just the CGC 9, and God knows it like 3x the sale price, which was pretty freaking nice. SGC slabs were selling pretty good in this auction. I cannot complain. Here's another SGC for Alligator Expedition Reverse, sold for $109. Not bad for an SGC slab, in my opinion. Another example, a Mew Reverse in an SGC. Like all my highlights are like SGC slabs, which is pretty cool. $157. I tagged like a $150 price a long time ago. So really cool to see. Obviously, some of the big names. Here's that Tyranitar Reverse, actually, right down here. So let me highlight that one for you so you can see it. Sold for $222. I had a $300 tag on it. There was like no comps. I guess PSA was the closest thing, but I don't think there was any recent sales. This was really cool to see. Yu-Gi-Oh is not the best, and I didn't send in good Yu-Gi-Oh stuff at all. So most of the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff I sent in was bags. They were pretty bad. This one, I would have kept this all day. This actually sold for 99-cent auction. Uh, One single bid. So obviously, my consignment rate was 518% because I owed the house $4.15. Um, because this was 99 cents, my profit after the 13.9% was only 85 cents. And then I owed them $5 because it was under $100. So I got completely destroyed. That is one of my favorite cards of all time. You don't come across Hobby League very often. There was another Spear Dragon that sold down here, also highlighted in red, that sold for more. It shouldn't have by any means. The Hobby Leagues are actually tough to come by. It's niche. It's a niche card in a niche slab, being SGC. So not the best thing to do to sell it in an auction. Of course, I made probably not the best decisions on all these. Obviously, you're going to realize much less sales volume prices auctioning cards. Very clear to me here. And I have consigned through Z&G Emporium before. So definitely also link down below in the description is their website. Go check it out if you would like to consign through them. But yeah, going to keep scrolling down here before we get down to the totals. And I believe we're rolling up on them now. So in total, I had a sale price. So hammer price after the sale, not including the shipping. So over here in my example, I did $45, which included the $5 shipping. So this number here, the sale price, does not include any shipping. So this is the total sale of $7,801. The takeaway I'd get after the 13.9% fee, because everything will get a 13.9% fee unless you sell a really, really expensive card, then it drops, but I didn't experience that. So every single card I sold here is like 162 cards. I got the number here on the right. 162 cards. After the 13.9, I'm at $6,717. And then I pay $5 additional for an example, all the cards here that are over $100, this is zeroed out because I do not pay this additional $5. In total, you're looking at $760 I paid in additional fees because tons of these auctions ended below $100. All in all, my payout was $5,957. And basically my total consignment rate for these 162 cards is 23.64%. Not 13.9, 23.64. That does include the $5, of course. That's what helps swing this drastically. It's not 13.9%. If you're sending only cards in that are over $100, that number for you will be 13.9%. But when you start playing with these cheaper cards, like I did here, you're going to get a much higher consignment rate because the $5 just compounds on that smaller number. But also, I had mentioned the shipping. And so basically, the way I always treat PWCC, like you got the Boomers Premium, right? So you have 20% on top of that price. So when you're buying a card, you always factor in that buyer's premium. Just like people here on eBay, they are factoring in that $5 shipping cost per card. And I just wanted to show you guys kind of what it looked like if you factor in that shipping cost. So basically that shipping cost comes right off the total, right? So essentially, if I were just to add in the shipping cost, just to show the number what could have been, I guess, before shipping, you think that at least $4 shipping per card, sometimes a lot more because there's a $1,500 card, it could be a lot more. But just to show you what that number would be minus the shipping, like if you got all in the total amount of the hammer and then you took the 13.9% and the $5, I would have had $8,611. my consignment would have dropped only to 22.83. It still was a decently high consignment rate. And it's also not too bad. For all things considered, I had ended up walking away with 23.64% for all of my cards. And let me tell you, probably 85, probably 90% of the cards were below $100. So all in all, it's not too bad, but I definitely would stay away from like at least below $20 card. Because again, an example of a card that sold for $20. Here's one for $18.50. I ended up walking away with $10.93. It was a 40% consignment rate. So small stuff like that, it might be better to do it on PWCC. You might be able to walk away with a little bit more, but also you have to pay shipping for it to get there. So you got to factor in that. So it only makes sense to do it in bulk. So there's a lot of things to consider. Obviously, shipping in bulk. This consigning these cards saved me listing time. I don't have a lot of time because I work full time. That's a huge factor. I do sell stuff as buy it now on my eBay store. It's probably right now 20 items. And it's not growing. I don't list things daily. It's a very slow process. So this has been an outlet for me. I am perfectly happy with the 23.64%. But I wanted to break this down, show you guys the numbers, because obviously the 13.9% upfront looks beautiful. But you're not going to be walking home with a 13.9%. Generally, unless you're selling them or sending them beautiful cards, all going to sell over $100, then you will realize that number. But let me know down below in the description if you enjoyed this video. I definitely love spreadsheets, putting things together, putting in equations, and figure out numbers. This is one of my passions. I do it for work all the time. But go check out Z&G Emporium. Link down below in the description. Cam, James, I appreciate you. New employee, I don't know who you are. Thank you guys very much. I will talk to you soon. Peace.